I'd like to call this meeting to order, a special committee of the whole meeting, July 21st, 2025. The time is 7:19 p.m. We can begin with roll call. All members of council are present. The point of these meetings are last Monday, July 14th, the council had a special city council meeting in regards to the International Falls owned city ambulance service and some various concerns about the debt and operating costs associated with it. So this meeting has one item under new business, which is the status update of it, but it is more of an open discussion time for the council and city staff to meet and discuss as we go forward. There has been a date set, I believe, of December 31st, 2025, if a solution is not reached for providing ALS service, whether it be internally, the solution, or externally. So the first thing I would like to do this evening is give any city staff or Chief Manassa the opportunity to present anything that they may have in regard to the service.
Thank you, Mayor. I don't have any additional information tonight than I did from last week. Again, I guess I would just challenge the council to ask me what you're looking for an agenda item, and I will make sure you will have it for the following meeting. Give me an idea of where we're going, and I will get you the information you need. We did have a meeting at our public safety meeting earlier today with Councillor Holden and Councillor Wagner, and I think we have an idea of just some generic talking points or a direction we're going with I believe the ambulance steering committee. So Mayor, I believe that's you and Councillor Holden on that. So again, whatever information you need prior to that or in lieu or while that's going, please reach out so I can provide you with that. Other than that, I guess if any questions pop up, I'm obviously here to address those.
Thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
The first thing that comes to mind of many, many things is, have we addressed a taxing district formally with any parties that may be interested in creating one recently? Not a loaded question. If that's something that we want to pursue to try and save ALS service in any capacity, whether we own the service or not, I would think that we would reach out to another municipality who could help us form one.
If I may, Mayor, back in 21 and 22, there was a task force of, I think there was 14 or 15 members on it. I had the whole pile of papers with me the other day, but we had met almost, I think it was every other week for numerous weeks, and into 2022, into 2023, I believe, and we had given the county board a resolution of the city asking to create a taxing district and also outlining the joint powers agreement and everything that would be necessary according to state statute to do that. Those talks began in February of 2021.
Understand? Is what I would like us to consider is sending a fresh letter to the county formally engaging them. It's one thing if Councillor Holden or Councillor Kaler or any of us talk to a commissioner or the mayor of Rainier, but I think I would ask council that we send something in nature of what we have agreed to do at the previous city council meeting, that this is really on the front burner, and we are looking for a solution, and we'd like to invite them to be a part of it. And I would hope that that's open-ended, whether they end up with the certificate, or whether we keep it, or whether Rainier ends up with it. I'm not trying to be facetious, but trying to rather explain that that would still be a solution, so. Is there a motion to do so?
I'll make that motion.
We have a motion by Counselor Holden,
Second.
a second by Counselor Buller. Floor is open for discussion. Please.
We've got to include St. Louis County in that letter, too. That wasn't mentioned. There's a corner of it that's in our prescribed area down there.
And to the best of my understanding, they were then, and most likely now, from just vocal feedback I've got, interested
Receptive. Receptive.
in that because of, I believe, concerns with the limited scope of their service in Cabotogama. And we service them farther south, so. Any discussion?
Mayor, if I may, to clarify, so you're asking within the motion to reach out to all the entities that our PSA, our service area covers, asking to reengage in talks of collaboration for the ambulance service district to create a taxing district, or?
Taxing district, anything. They want to send us a check, or we send them a check.
Yeah, I would, let's start with a taxing district, and go from there.
Okay.
I think would be good, just to keep it streamlined, with not getting too many things, because I think that would be and maybe that'll be at least to start with, like you said, however it ends up, but that'll be a start.
That's my motion. I want to get moving, so.
In your packets last week, I included the letter from February 11th, 22.
Yep.
Is that something that can be modified or updated, or do you need change to that? Obviously, the people need to be updated,
Yeah.
but, and the dates, but just, is that kind of what you're looking for here?
I read through the letters on the staffing, somehow Counselor, can I look at, thank you.
It's asking.
Okay, I have read this.
Taxing district.
Yes, that's the,
Basic, same thing.
it would be an update. I think the idea is, there's been all of this talk, rightfully so, about the situation that we're in with the ambulance. And at the moment, or at least as of a week ago, either nobody was aware of it or not enough people were aware of it. And I don't think that any political subdivisions necessarily had it on their radar, whether it had been addressed prior or not. So that would be I think, the nature of the letter, Counselor?
Yeah, that'd be good.
Any questions or discussion? Now, to clarify before we take a vote, I believe we had originally set up special city council meetings. This is not a special city council meeting, so it being a special committee of the whole meeting, does the motion have to refer it to a regular council meeting, or can we take a direct action this evening?
If it's something that's coming directly from mayor and council, it should have council approval.
Okay,
Yes.
so that's going to delay us a week.
Unless, Mayor, if you direct me to reach out on my, on behalf of the city and write a letter, that I can do that as conversation. Because there's no official action that you're asking to do, except to start conversation.
I'm fine with that.
I think we can reach out and then put it on the agenda for the next meeting if we think we also need the,
If there's anything further that
Yeah.
would need official
yeah, any more
action.
official?
I think the invite should come from the two that we have representing the city council also. The invite coming from Councilor Holden and Mayor Drill.
Are you amendable to
Sign it.
that?
Yeah, I'm amend, yeah, that's fine. Yeah. The sooner we get going, the better. So,
Understood. I believe we should still vote on this to send it to the regular council, just to continue the discussion, because I assume there will be more letters or
Correct.
correspondence.
Right, even after you reach out, we'll probably have to have something more official. Not that you're not official enough. Betty.
Question?
Aye.
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 All right.
I'll vote yes. That motion carries unanimously with the amendments, 5-0. Thank you. I did receive a phone call over a week ago from a former high school classmate of mine who is a flight medic that works for North Memorial Ambulance Service. I am led to believe that they are very interested in addressing our service. I don't think it means anything more or anything less. Is that something that we would like to re-identify at a time, date, and place to meet with the private company over the service?
I would say at this time, yeah, just to talk and see what they're offering
an
or
option.
whatnot.
Yeah, what do we have for an option?
Is there a motion to move that discussion for future discussion to the next regular scheduled city council meeting?
So moved.
A motion by Councilor Wagner,
Second.
second by Councilor Buller.
For reference, Mayor, what's changed from last time we did this till now, North Memorial has taken over the Grand Rapids service from Meds One, and I believe they're in the process of taking over Nashwauk, so their resources are probably moving north. So that position has changed, I'm gonna assume from last time.
Last time.
While the discussion is open, what I am going to share is informal. My friend noted that, and then later, a gentleman by the name of Kevin Lee reached out, who I believe sets up ambulance services for North Memorial, and indicated what you did, that they've bought PSAs, they've helped services with all facets of operating, is what I thought was the most interesting in the discussion, which was, excuse me, with the Nashwauk service, whether that became hostile or not, it was, I remember hearing Councilor Kaler was at the conference and Nashwauk was in trouble, and they've been in the newspaper, and of course, now we are maybe. But they worked out a solution on a subordinate taxing district in which the county ended up with the certificate and the PSA, and then taxed certain areas to provide the service through North Memorial. That was, I believe, a much different avenue than the joint powers taxing district that is in legislation that is pursuable as well. The idea of, that Mr. Lee pointed out, was that the legislated joint powers taxing district can be opted out of by parties. The subordinate service district can't be. And again, this is I don't want to speak from 100% fact. This was conversation on the telephone. But the information is there, I think, if we investigate it.
Okay.
Discussion. Floor is open. Question?
Aye.
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 I'll vote yes. Motion carries 5-0. I received an email on July 16th that the county would be interested in dispatching the service at no extra charge. I don't know more or less than that, but that is, again, another informal offer that I would hope is worthy of some investigation. Counselor Kaler, do you have insight on that, being that you worked across the street for?
I know they're capable of doing that, and right now, that's where the 911 calls go, and then they call over here, or radio over here, and our engineers page out the ambulance or the fire department, as the case may be. Of course, that's 4.5 years ago, but I'm pretty sure it works that way still.
So
Police Counselor?
who would we contact on that for discussion? That information came from, for the dispatching. We had discussed this today.
Excuse me. We can reach out to the county board on that.
Okay.
Again, we could see if that would be something that we could formally have an offer on in writing.
Okay.
That's why we need to get that committee going and get some group discussion with them.
Again, because this is a committee of the whole meeting, how, if we're going to engage another letter over dispatch service from the county, would you find that action appropriate, Betty? Or we can move it to a city council meeting?
Well, I guess I'm not understanding then the motion that was made at the last city council meeting for the two of you
Yeah.
to be on the committee. Would that be part of that discussion, or are you asking to meet or ask this question independently?
Well, Counselor Holden and I can meet in the
Yeah.
I
committee.
think some of these
Then bring it back.
questions, other than the taxing district letter, which is a little time sensitive, I think a lot of these questions, when you set up a meeting with your counterparts, you could bring them to them there, and I think that would be sufficient and proper and those things, if everybody think that'd work.
Yeah.
And that help,
back.
that's kind of the reason to have, to, streamline it a little and.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we have a start.
Yeah,
I've
right.
got the email that.
Yeah.
So, that option is there. That's the totality of the notes that I have for this
Yeah.
evening. Are there any from council, thoughts, joys, concerns, as we work forward on this?
I'd just say, Counselor Holden and I today, we discussed that public safety meeting, committee meeting with Chief Manassa, a lot of the aspects, and we need to be prepared to what we have to do to continue the service if a taxing district or whatever you call it is unsuccessful.
Right, and that would be one thing I wanted to add tonight, so to piggyback on that is one thing I like the chief should do when he gets a chance is just to start preparing for the inevitable and how this works, and if we have to have more talks and discussions so we can be prepared.
Yeah.
And that is what we're trying not to do, but
We're trying to avoid, but.
avoid it, but we need to be ready if it does happen.
I think that on subsequent city council agendas, if there could be a placeholder for the ambulance discussion as well, I don't see why we would need to take any formal action, being that it can be added at any time, so.
And then use that for our extra meetings? Or are we still going to have that's where we'll do it at the council meetings, our regular scheduled council meetings?
Where we can take action.
Yeah.
And if we don't have anything at these meetings or leading up, we don't have to have them. But I think it's important that we convey that this is getting to the ninth inning where we're
Yeah.
at. And so I think that at least from some perspectives that we want to get the word out that we're looking for solutions. And we want to continue the service. If
Yes.
you want your phone to ring off the hook, talk about not having an ambulance or the possibility of not having ALS. And as you said a year ago, Counselor, that is becoming a possibility.
Yeah.
Betty, Emma, or Chief Manassa, do you have anything to bring forward at this point in time?
I have nothing additional this evening.
I have nothing additional.
Council? This meeting's adjourned.